Today, we are doing one of the most innovative recipes that I've ever seen. This is grapefruit recipe, mucus-free recipe. Stay tuned. I'm Professor Spira. I practice something called the Mucusless Diet Healing System. I've done so for over 18 years and have been privileged to be able to help thousands of people transform their lives, improve their health, clean themselves up, and overcome a bunch of unnecessary ailments using the Mucusless Diet Healing System. And today we are looking, get ready. This recipe is this is intense here. So, got some pretty good grapefruit right here, and it's good citrus fruit to me. I don't know if people think it's hybrid or not. I usually have to make some kind of hybrid disclaimer. I don't believe in the hybrid theory. This is not starchy. I've talked about it before. I'm not doing it again. But so the way we do this, there's two different ways really that you can do this. And the one is if you cut it horizontally. So you gotta have a good, I should probably use the cutting board since I put it over here. Kind of cut it down. Oh, look at, oh, it's beautiful. Like the aromatic and smell it. Now I like juicing. Now you could juice that right there. You could juice this. I like juicing these with oranges sometimes, or adding this into different kinds of juices. But if you have a citrus juicer, you would just put it on there like so. But for this case, I'm going to go ahead and cut these into quarters and plate it. This one. Now, the other option, if you want to just peel the skin, you can get it started with your finger, your teeth, or I'll just use the knife here. But just in fact, I'll make it easier on myself and do the double. And like I said, I'm sure there's other people that have a lot more sophisticated ways of doing this than me. This is just how I intuitively have done these kinds of things. And very nice. It comes off swimmingly. Swimmingly. But and this something about this is fun because it's like, like you're back in the woods, in nature, getting the fruit, whatever your fruit, and you peel it and eat it. It's how it's supposed to be. So usually I have to kind of break into it, and then you can eat the individual little pockets. And of course, grapefruit, it's not the sweetest thing. It's got that little tartness to it. But I do like how good grapefruit eliminates. Yeah. Good stuff. So let's try one that was quartered. There's usually a couple seeds that you gotta deal with. And essentially, when it's quartered, it just feels more like my mouth is a juicer. Now I'm just juicing. Because I just kind of suck it dry. I really hope there's no dirty minds on here thinking, No, I see you. I already know. Don't think that you're hiding. That you ain't. I know you know, y'all freaks. I already know. You don't have to act all holy around me. I already know what's happening. You know, I already know. Oh, come on now. This I like of this one. The quarters is tasting a little better, even because the white just makes it even just a little bit more bitter. But going right at it this way is keeping it nice and sweet, or as sweet as these can be. So I guess this is the mukbang portion of the recipe food prep video. Maybe I'll cut this one again. Water, the juice is getting everywhere. Y'all are so nasty. Stop, man. Stop. Filthy minds. Told you I got music in my head all the time, especially when I start, it almost brings it up to the front when I'm eating the fruit. It's like the happy music. This was good. So this is the citrus juice, not citrus juice, but the citrus fruit. And, the acid fruits they can be very aggressive, very good tools, but you want to know how to use them. You want to use them properly. You don't want to try to do like a grapefruit or orange fast for a real long time and you've never transitioned. That's not a good idea. These can be very aggressive, and it's hard to explain what that means until you really do it. But basically, when we say something is aggressive, it means that it really breaks down waste and toxic materials in the body at a more aggressive rate than something like, say, a subacid fruit, or especially a sweet fruit. Subacid would be something like grapes, but then the sweet fruit would be like a banana or something. Those are not as aggressive in terms of fruit, but mostly the acid fruits are more aggressive. And again, to have to explain, for the alkaline people, they become alkaline as it's processed in your body, as it's naturally heated up and goes through. So yes, it's acidic out here, but it's after you eat it and it's processed, then it actually becomes sweeter inside your body and it becomes alkaline. And so for the folks into those theories, the alkaline versus acidic and all that kind of stuff, so many of these things really need to be re-evaluated. We need to go through and reanalyze a lot of this stuff with the alkaline concepts and the hybrid theories, and it's like so much of this stuff can be more simplified and it can be put into a context that's easily understandable and sustainable. Because I see so many things that's not sustainable long term for an average person. But if somebody really starts to understand what we're talking about and they do the work that's needed, then it is something that can be sustainable. And it's getting, I would say, easier in certain places because there is becoming more a larger awareness of veganism, raw foodism, plant-based-ism. So just keep that in mind, that you want to, I always recommend when you read the Mucus Diet book and you check that out, really focus on that. Focus on that for a while and see if it is what it is. Don't try to cross-contaminate so many different conflicting methods and philosophies and perspectives, because it can get very confusing. It can be very hard, and you end up at a point where you feel like you can't eat anything. Because if you were to try to take like the hybrid theories and this and that and food lists and ARV lists, just objective list of what is and is not mucus forming. But if you're trying to combine all those together, you're going to end up with like 2 things that you feel like you can maybe eat. And it probably won't be things you even want to eat. And so my recommendation, if you're interested in this, check this out. Like, check out the original Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret. You know, I put out an annotated version of it, but check out the Mucusless Diet and really give that a chance. Give those methods a chance and see where it takes you. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, give it a good thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bells, notification bell, so make sure you hear when we put up new videos. And don't go anywhere. Click this right here. This little box is another great video to watch. You're not going to want to miss this one. So click it and I will see you there.